Hey guys, happy holidays from DealMachine. Ryan and I have been here for 250 plus episodes helping you guys achieve financial freedom through real estate investing. So today, I know a lot of you guys are with your families. If you're feeling down from too much family activity, we've got something to cheer you up. So we're going to have a dad joke contest, and they are having to be real estate related. And whoever laughs has to send the other one a bucket of 10,000 Tootsie Rolls. And there's a lot at stake here, Ryan. And it was Ryan's idea. So I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
How does a dual agent sleep?
Can't think of the answer.
Well, first he sleeps on his right side, and then he sleeps on his left.
Well, a dual agent, for you guys who didn't know, is somebody that lists the property and also decides to represent the buyer. And I highly recommend not doing a dual agency, because if you're out there looking for properties, first of all, don't look for properties that are listed. We're looking for rundown properties and sellers that are motivated. Now, typically, if they're listing it for with an agent, at a retail price, they're not motivated to sell it at a discount. So maybe you could wait till that listing expires. Like, that's actually a filter that I've used. It's been on the market for over 120 days. Maybe I'll send over a 70% offer on that property. But there's really no reason to let the agent also represent you and the buyer. They're just taking an extra 3% fee, and they don't have your best interests in mind. How could they? They have the other person as well. So you're not really gaining much by doing that. So I would just represent myself. You don't need an agent to submit an offer like that. But again, submit offers, find sellers that haven't listed their house. And that's the type of deals that we're looking for as real estate investors, because we could provide speed and convenience. If they want the best price, they should list it with an agent, but that's not kind of our specialty. So Ryan, I didn't laugh on that one, but it was a good little prompt.
It's okay. Your turn.
Yeah. Why don't real estate investors get lost, Ryan?
Because they always have the code to the lockbox.
They always follow the property lines. Your turn.
That was good.
Did you just laugh?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. Just checking.
What does a house wear?
Shingles.
A dress.
Oh, because it has an address.
It doesn't help that I laugh at these.
Yeah. So actually, a lot of vacant land doesn't have an address, but you could still click it in DealMachine because it does have an APN, which is the property identifier code issued to it by the county. So if you guys are a vacant land investor, just go into property type vacant land, and you could pull a list, and then you could start mailing those property owners. A lot of people who flip land love it because the owner's they're not emotionally attached. They don't have holiday memories on that land, typically, like they would a house. So it's a lot smoother, faster sales process from what I hear. So just a quick tip there. All right, here comes mine. Why did the investor bring a map to the closing table? And that was to make sure the deal didn't go off the grid.
Nope. That one's not working on me.
Yeah, when I was a first-time investor, I was actually pretty nervous about buying somebody's house because I had never done a closing before. So what I did was I bought a primary house with a low down payment loan with an agent traditionally, and then it had been on the market for a long time, and it was like the cheapest 5-bedroom house in the whole city. And I rented out 3 of the rooms, reduced my living expenses to 0. And then I felt great about going off market after that. So that helped me get off the hump. But basically closing, once somebody says, yes, I want to sell my house to you, then you can get a contract at dealmachine.com/purchase-agreement. And you only need 5 things on the contract to do a deal. It's like the address, the buyer, the seller, a price, and a date. And so you fill that out. Typically give yourself like a week or 2 inspection period. Maybe the closing date's 2 or 3 weeks down the road. and that's your time to go find a buyer if you're wholesaling. So once they sign that, you just bring that to a title company and you say, hey, can you guys start this file for me? And they'll handle all the next steps from there, which is kind of communicating to the seller as well. If you have earnest money for off market deal, I'll put $100. I'll give that to the title company. That's where you give your earnest money. And then they kind of schedule things out, figure out what all needs to be done and cleared. And then there's a closing date. You show up, you sign a document, and then you get a check or a deposit in your bank account. So it's pretty much how it goes. You just kind of hand it off to a title company. Now, I would pick one that's investor friendly, and you can find that out by, looking at your Facebook group for, say, Indianapolis property investors. There's definitely a Facebook group that's called that. You just say, hey, who are you guys using for title? Some title companies prefer and are friendlier to wholesalers because they've done a lot of deals. And that's what I found is there's typically one or two title companies. It's like the main one that wholesalers and real estate investors go to. So Ryan, is it my turn again?
I don't know now.
Yes, it is. Okay. Number 3. Oh no, it's your turn. I did the closing table one, and that's what we just talked about.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. What kind of building weighs the least?
An upside down mortgage.
A lighthouse.
Oh. It's makes sense. It's not like
I thought you smiled there for a second. I thought I was going to get you.
What's a real estate investor's favorite type of music? Oh, this is too easy. It's real estate related.
I don't know.
House beats. It's called house music.
I wouldn't have known that.
Okay. Your turn.
All right. What's a realtor's favorite Christmas song?
Jingle All the Way to the Bank.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. Why do investors love fixer-uppers? It's because they always nail it. Hey, but back to for lease. Man, I had a rental property. I was like, how do you find tenants? A lot of agents will offer to post it on the MLS, but I found most tenants look on Zillow. So you could just list it on Zillow without an agent. And the way we're doing it now is people used to request showings and I'd show every single one of them. Then I got smarter and I said, oh no, how about we all come at the same exact time, which is great because they're all there and they're like, oh shoot, is that guy going to get it before me? And it kind of forces them to put an offer, sign the lease sooner. But now since I moved away from Austin, we use like a Show Mojo lockbox. So people do self showings and they can sign up for a slot on the Show Mojo website, which is the link I send them on Zillow once they're interested on Zillow. And then they provide their ID and a credit card so we know who they are. And then that allows them to get the code to the lockbox to go in for a tour. Just thought I'd mention that since we were talking about leasing. Well, maybe that's a good place to end, you guys. I hope some of these stories inspired you. I want to let you know we've got a cold calling challenge coming up January 7th, and you can sign up for free. We're going to help you guys get your first deal in 30 days and learn how to wholesale, how to burr, how to get that first deal for either one of those, and how to contact people on the phone. So it's DealMachine.com/cold-calling-challenge. And I wish you guys happy holidays and a great new year. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Deal Machine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.